Hey, what is up, e-commerce sellers? Seth here from Brand Expand. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a product launch. So this is the main functionality of our software. It's probably going to take a while, maybe 10 minutes to go over this functionality, but I am asking you to stick with me so you understand how to do this. It's very important that you understand all of the steps in this launch process. So we can do launches for Amazon, Walmart, Target, eBay, Etsy, or any other e-commerce platform your product is on. You just need to add the product under the product dashboard, which is the previous video I did. So if you have not seen that video, go back to the product dashboard, go watch that video by clicking on the tutorial up here, and make sure you watch that video first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a launch for a Target product that we just imported. So what we're going to want to do here is go to the last page here and find that product. Okay, so we can see we have Amazon, Walmart, Target. Okay, so we're going to launch this baby toy here by clicking launch. Okay, so the first thing is all of the product details you will see are imported from that product dashboard like I talked about. You can't change these from this dashboard. So if you need to change any of these metrics, like the price or the category, go back to the product dashboard, make those alterations, and then submit it, and then start the launch. Okay. Review requests. So any product outside of Amazon, so Walmart, Target, eBay, Etsy, or other, you can do review requests. So what we do is a few weeks after the order, after the customer had some time to play around with the product and understand the product a little bit better, we are going to request that buyer leave an honest review on your product. Okay, and what this does is this will expedite the whole sales flywheel because you're going to have more social proof on your listing. It will tell other potential customers what to expect when they buy your product. And again, it will expedite that sales flywheel. Reviews are absolutely key towards getting sales faster, right? So I strongly suggest this review request especially if it's a new product, right? Okay, so for this product, we're going to say yes there. Giveaway price here. This is a little bit tricky. What I tell sellers is this is the giveaway price that our buyers are going to pay after they get your cashback offering. So in this example, the product price is $17.99. That is what you're going to be sending the buyer so that they pay $0. Alternatively, you can do up to 90% off. So if you do $1.79 in this example, our buyers are going to pay $1.79. So the cashback offering you're going to be doing is, I believe, $16.20, right? So you're going to be sending them a rebate or cashback offering, whatever you want to call it, for $16.20. And they're going to end up paying $1.79. And what you'll see is, just really quick, for example, you're going to see $16.20 in the product cost because that's the difference between what they're paying and what the cost is. Okay, I recommend keeping this zero. That's what it defaults to. That means it's a free product. More buyers are going to see it. They're going to be more likely to purchase the product if it's free. So just as a rule of thumb, just leave that 100% off and you'll get more exposure, okay? The last thing here is the launch exposure feature. So what this does is if you select private, it's only going to expose your product to a select demographic of our buyers that have been with us for a set period of time, that have done a certain number of rebates. It's basically a way of just exposing your product to only buyers that are trusted and not everybody that goes to our platform. If you're not concerned about the launch exposure, just keep this public because it's going to show up to way more buyers, okay? And way more people are going to see your offering and click through to your listing as a result. Okay, so once we have all of that done, we can click next here. The launch timeline is a little bit tricky to understand at first, but I promise once you do this once or twice, it's very straightforward. So there's two really types of launches that are used most with our platform. The first one is going to be a uniform launch. So if we do, for example, 20 days and we do 10 per day, that will just do 10 products per day for 20 days for a total of 200 units. Very straightforward, linear type uniform launch. Okay. The next type you can do is a custom launch, and that can do a different number of giveaways per product per day, right? So what we can do here is specify how many we want to do each day, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Some people get really creative with this feature. It's really up to you. One of the more popular launches is what we call a staircase launch. And this is really indicative of a new product launch, right? So we want to work our way up organically to, let's say, 10 offerings per day, and then kind of level off at 10. And then we can flip on this evergreen. The reason I worked up to 10 giveaways was because for the evergreen feature, you can do 10 units per day. And so it's a really good transition to that. So the evergreen feature is available to our paid subscribers. So if you're on the Brand Expander, Brand Master, or Brand Enterprise tiers, you can use this feature for free. It is very, very beneficial. If you're not on a paid subscription, I highly recommend you do, because you get this evergreen feature and it is very, very beneficial, like I mentioned. What this will do is it will extend your product launch for up to 50% of your initial giveaways, up to 10 units per day, up to 100 days. So in this example, we could do 10 giveaways per day as evergreen giveaways, also known as drip campaigns, for 7 days. And that's 70 giveaways, which is less than 50% of our initial giveaways. Okay, so we got our launch set up here. We're doing 155 initially. That's shown right here. We're doing 70 on the back end. And here are the product costs. The way this is calculated is I showed you in that previous step. It is what you are sending the buyer multiplied by the total number of units. And then the evergreen is just going to be the same thing multiplied by the evergreen giveaways. Now, this money comes back to you in the form of sales revenue. So it might seem like this is an expensive launch, but you get the majority of the costs back in the form of sales revenue on the respective platform. So keep that in mind. Okay, the next thing are the giveaway fees. So these are really our fees, okay? If you are on the Brand Expander or Brand Master or Brand Enterprise level tiers and you have credits, we're going to use those credits first before charging fees. Okay, keep in mind, these are estimated fees. These are not actual potential fees. So we have certain certain customers that say, well, I see fees here, but I have credits. If you have credits, do not worry about the fees. Again, we're going to deplete those credits before charging you Brand Expand fees. Okay. With this launch, however, we are doing review requests. So you see $775 there. That's because we're doing 155 review requests. Okay. And those are $5 a piece. Okay. And that's why you see the $775, but nothing additional because this specific subscription has credits available. Okay. And then evergreens are always going to be free. We don't charge fees on evergreen launches. Again, that's a primary benefit of doing evergreens is that they are free. Okay. The last thing here is a 5% pass-through fee on your product costs. So it's 5% of this and 5% of this. This is pass-through. We pay this to our payment processors for taxes, rebate fees. We don't get any of that. That all goes to third parties for processing our taxes. Okay. And then finally, you're going to see your estimated total launch cost. This is what it would cost if we were to do all these, hit 100% of these giveaways and do all these review requests. This is what it would cost you. Okay, but you're not going to pay all of this up front, and I'll go over that here in a second. Okay, in the next step, you can choose whether or not to do a special link or keywords to your listing, right? Special link, you can do whatever link you want. You can use a service that creates a special URL going to your product. You can do a direct link to your product if you don't really care about ranking. Maybe you just want to get feedback. You can do a direct URL. Alternatively, you can do a keyword here or keywords, up to 20 of them, and rotate them accordingly. Okay, so for this example, you could do like plush baby toy. You know, whatever are your primary keywords, right? Make sure that they're relevant to your product so that we can find your product. And also, you don't want to drive traffic to keywords that aren't very relevant. So make sure the keywords that you put in here are very relevant. If you don't know how to do keyword research, reach out to us right here. Let us know. Send us a link to the product that you're trying to research. We have an entire team that will do keyword research for you. It's just something that we like to do for our sellers. So if you need keyword research, or maybe you need recommendations on the number of giveaways per keyword, reach out to us in this chat feature and we can help you out. Okay. The last thing is to choose the number of giveaways per keyword. So let's just say we want to do 100 for that keyword and 55 for this keyword. What our system will do is it will arbitrarily pull the certain keywords based on the weight, but it's an arbitrary pull, right? So it's not going to do like 2 from here and then 1 from here and then 2 from here and 1 from here. It's going to be random, but at the end, it's going to hit exactly 100 orders using this keyword and 55 using this keyword. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to stick with this and we're going to go ahead and do next. And the last step here, the great thing about our software is it's pay as you go. So what will happen is when we launch this, you're not going to pay anything up front. What will happen is under your wallet, you'll see these transactions come out as orders are being placed. So this is really important. As you get that sales revenue on your respective platform, then we are simultaneously charging your wallet. So we are trying to emulate a cash flow neutral type of scenario where you're never really out of pocket necessarily, right? Buyers are going to your listing, they're buying your product, they are creating revenue for you, and subsequently we are charging your wallet for that cashback offering, right? That's why it's pay as you go. Okay, make sure you have a card here on file, and then finally agree to the TOS and PP. You can go ahead and click on those and review those if you'd like and submit the launch. When you submit the launch, it goes to our CRM. We have to review the launch, review the keywords you're using, review the price, among a few other things, verify that it's accurate, and then push it live. As of creation of this video, we do same-day launches if they are submitted before 3 p.m. Eastern, but soon we will not allow same-day launches. They will need to be next-day launches, and we're not going to allow weekend launches because our team needs to, again, review that. So only Monday through Friday, and again, we can't do same-day. That will happen eventually, but as of this video, we do same-day launches if submitted before 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so go ahead and submit that launch. I'll go ahead and submit it. And once you submit it, you will see it under your launch dashboard as a status in review. And that, again, means we are reviewing your listing. Okay, very soon, if you submit this during regular business hours, you will see it go to running status, which means your launch is live and it is accumulating giveaways. Okay, if you have any questions, reach out to us on this chat feature or reach out to support@brandexpand.us and we'll help you out. Okay, thanks.